I know I'm a little late to the game for one, this hop that is a brand new hop that I'm starting that I got asked to join in. Stamping Like It's Hot. I know I'm a little late today, and I know I'm a little late today on sharing this Mercy Tiara kit, but I hemmed and hawed and decided I couldn't not have it. So I have my Mercy Tiara kit that I am going to unbox and look at for the first time in person. And we're going to do Stampin' Like It's Hot. So for those of you that follow my channel, there will not be any Stash Mash this month. We've got, it's summer. I need a break. Becky needs a break severely. And so for sure, June, we're going to take that off, especially since I've got this, and it's 30 days of sketches, and July is off the board. So I think we're going to focus more on that stuff or getting our lives together type thing. And so no Stash Smash, even though I said I was going to use How to Kill a Kit with Style, but I'm still doing How to Kill a Kit with Style, so maybe you'll see more of that. But I decided brand new series, Stampin' Like It's Hot. It's a monthly series, so you'll see it's the first Saturday of every month. We're going to use stamps. It's for those of us who are not professionals, not experts at stamping at all. I think most of the group could say that, and that want to use their stamps more. So that's what we're doing. But I wanted to unbox this Mercy Tiara kit as well. So this is the first ever Mercy Tiara kit. She's got a challenge going on in the kit group. But if you use the kit, you can get entered to win another kit. So I'm also going to play with that for sure. It's also 30 days of sketches. So after I unbox this, we're going to play with a sketch that's for today from Lisa Sikorsky. Lisa is really great at sketches, and I really love this one. It's very basic and like, duh, this would look amazing. And it's one of those things like, why would you not do that? So I got there was a pattern paper add-on option, and there was like an embellishment add-on option. I don't know if there was more, but because I got there late, I was only able to grab the pattern paper add-on, and I figured might as well, because one, the papers she has were amazing, and two, what if I want to make a 2-page spread and use one of these as backgrounds? So that is what I got. So I'm not going to show you that because that's pretty self-explanatory. But Mercy Tiara is an amazing creator. These bags are heavy duty too. These are way heavier duty than the ones we have from other things. I'm going to keep those and use those for things. So she curated these kits out of things, and I'm just really excited. So this is Vicki Boutin Where to Next Embellishments. And we know Vicki Boutin, giant flowers, giant butterflies, row of buildings. I got some of these in a scrap room kit, so I might then kind of combine the other pieces of these collections together with this. So a lot of good things in here. And maybe I can do a bunch of my vacation photos with some of this collection. That actually would be really fun. Spring Vibes Enamel Dots from Pink Fresh. I am a huge fan of Pink Fresh and their Spring Vibes. Ooh, these flare, which I don't think I know where these flare are from. Do I have a thing that says where the flare are from? I'm not sure. Awesome gold thickers. Awesome Pink Fresh frames. You can never go wrong. And this Spring Vibes. And then some Jen Hatfield retro Flower Child 12 by 12, or the 6 by 12 stickers. It ends up being a 12 by 12 sticker sheet, but super fun there. And then a lot of the Flower Child papers, because this collection, or this kit, was called Groovy. So we get Flower Child, this Woodland Grove from Maggie Holmes, and this beautiful plaid. I love this stripe. This is Flower Child as well. Ooh, and that's fun. It's a wood grain pattern. Very unique. Wood grain with hearts. That's Flower Child as well. This beautiful floral Flower Child with that on the back. Where to Next giant leaves from Vicki Boutin with this amazing grid on the back. The cassette tapes. It's called Groove Thing from Flower Child with this fun rainbow on the back. Woodland Grove Fragrant Fields by Maggie Holmes. So another lovely floral with this fun marbly, swirly ocean thing on the back. Another Flower Child Retro Rainbow. I love this heart one. Flower Child Far Out with the crazy stars. Oh, that scallop is fun. Woodland Grove Seek and Adventure, the stripes. That's really pretty. I'm kind of just trying to figure out what I want to use right now. And then Vicky Booten Vacation Mode. So it's like this awesome black and white graphic of just like, it almost looks like stamped images from like vacations. So like stop signs, lights, sailboats, signs, mountains, hiking, boats, like just, yeah. And a beautiful floral. So I already had some things kind of pop into my head that I was thinking about using. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out some photos really quick. I'm going to do some tearing. I kind of want to use this paper really bad. No, I won't use that one. I want to use this one, but this blue is just not... I could... I want to use that blue really bad. That would be fun. Let me go look. Let me see if I want to use the photos I have in mind and see what they would look like with this and figure out if I want to do cardstock background, white, if I want to do a color, if I do want to do a paper. I got lots of decisions to make. But I know I plan on, since I'm going to play with the sketch, I know I plan on using my large tile alpha stamp to stamp my title, and then I'm going to die cut them out with my large and medium tile metal die from Elle Studio, because I haven't used these at all and I really want to use them, and the whole point of this series is to use your stuff, right? So that's what we're going to stamp with. We're going to stamp our title with tile alphas. And yeah, let me go come up with something and I'll be back. So of course I decided to make it a 2-page because this was supposed to be nice and easy and quick, and so I could get it done and it could be up, and here I am doing this. But I'm gonna tear my strips. So I got to craft cardstocks and trim down white cardstock. And I think I'm going to try and do my title on the craft to kind of bring that in. I matted my photos on the craft cardstock. I made all the mats about 4x6. This one, I don't know what I was doing when I measured the photos and cut them. Clearly I wasn't paying attention because there's a big gap in between them too. But I don't know if these are the photos that'll go on these pages, but I had 8 photos and I thought it was perfect because if I do a 2-pager and stretch this and make it double, then yeah. So I was going to start tearing this paper, and I wanted to, I can't remember what's easier. I think if I put this on this edge and then tear is easier then. But the problem is I can't see and make sure it's straight. I just wanted it more straight than what I normally would tear. But I'm gonna do the 4 pieces, which is gonna end up being 8 pieces, 4 of each pattern paper. So these 2 pattern papers will get used up. So it's a good thing I've got another set. So I found and grabbed photos of my son. He was when he was learning to walk, he had to have something in his hands all the time, which was really funny. And yeah, it just what size? So there's 4 on there, so that means they have to be smaller than 3 inch, or 3 inches at least, and they overlap. So if we did, what do you think, 2.5? Is that thick enough? Can I get 4 2.5? So I should be able to. Anywho, so he always had to have something in his hands, and he was then very obsessed with these doilies my grandma had at her house. So I got pictures of him playing with these doilies. So, alright, I'm going to get these strips torn, and I will check back in with you shortly. Alright, I picked out Rustic Wilderness to be my color. Since I haven't used these stamps, I'm just taking a sand eraser and going over them. I've noticed that if I do this, another thing you can do is rub it on your arm. Just get the oils from processing the stamps off, basically, and that's how they will stamp better. You can just rub it on your arm, but if I make it opaque, you know how stamps are clear, if I make it opaque, that to me seems to tell me that the stamp will stamp better. I don't know if that's true. Those pro stampers out there, I'm not a pro by any means, but it seems to make the stamp better. And then I'm using a stamp head. Because these have a lot of surface area, they are going to be a little, to me, harder to get the perfect stamp on, but this is looking pretty good. And I picked this color because it looks really close to this color, especially when it's stamped on craft cardstock. So that is why we did that. I wanted kind of a contrast to the blue, but nothing like completely contrasting that it doesn't even go. So Rustic Wilderness is what I used. So now I will get out my die cutting machine and we will die cut those. And I'll put these stamps away. Okay, we'll die those. And then I think I'm gonna die cut some doilies. I have a little doily die cut out of some of this pattern, maybe. Oh, or maybe I'll do some of the leftovers. This side, maybe some of the floral. Actually, that might be cute. I might do that. Waste not, want not, right? We might try some of that. So I have a little bit more color. We'll see. We'll see how dark that looks. But I'm gonna die cut these, die cut some doilies, and then we will assemble a page. I ended up cutting these down to 9.5 inches long, just so you know, if you wanted to redo this. Okay, I'll be back. Oh my gosh, cute. Look at that. Cute, cute, cute. Fun tip, if you didn't know this already, if you have an intricate die and you're having a hard time weeding, use washi. Use that crap washi that you don't care about, that you're not going to use on a layout, and just because it's loose, those pieces are loose, they'll come out with the washi. It's just sticky enough. So yeah, that's my tip. That's my tip for the month. You only need one a month, right? All right, so my photos are down. They are obviously a little bit bigger than what the sketch is, but they do it. You get the idea. You get the same effect. I'm gonna pop my title up. I'm trying to figure out if I want to add anything to the white background, because I am not a plain white background kind of person, but there's going to be a lot of color on top, so I might leave it. Because we're going to add those doilies too. Obviously, we don't need to add too many because my photos are big enough that they take up a lot of the page. But they kind of have the hearts in the sketch diagonal here and here. So we'll do doilies here, 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 here. And I've got my title, which will go down right here. I think I might do just the tiniest bit of packaging technique with some of that green. Yeah. Just don't want that there. Okay, that should be good enough. Just something. And then we will add some splatters. Because why not? All right, I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna get my strips glued down and start placing doilies. I'll check back in with you before I finish any other details and get things glued down, and we'll finish the page up. All right, I've got all that glued down, added those doilies, added two, so I added one frame on this page and another circle frame on the other page on the doily, and then I used one flare. I used those three colors of enamel dots. I used them up. Right now I'm just curling up the edges of my strips so you can see. I did some journaling down here so that way it reflects the sketch, but it's spread across the 2 pages. So I'm just making sure that this end is glued down, but then I am curling up, just kind of bending it with my fingers. Because I just ran ATG along the length, so I didn't glue it down super good. So I'm just trying to give it a little more character on the ends here. See this one, you can see I put this orange circle frame on here, and then this flare is over there, and then I've got the circles kind of cascading on the diagonal. It is a lot of color, but it all coordinates and it all looks good, I think. A little addition to the layout. I like that. Just gives it a little bit of extra. And then the last thing I was going to do is look through these sticker sheets and see if there was anything that floats my boat. There's some silver in there, so if we wanted to add some silver things, we could. If I could get it out of the packaging, that'd be great. I'm gonna add, I don't know if I want to add hearts, but I might add some of these little sparkles. They look like sparkles. I think we're good. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out everybody else in the playlist that played along with this lovely hop. You'll see us next in July, the first Saturday of July. We'll be stamping some more, but I got out and stamped a title and die cut, which is a feat in itself. But and 30 Days of Sketches, that playlist will be down below as well. Make sure you go give Lisa Sikorsky some love for creating this awesome sketch. And then I stretched it. But that's all I got for you. So thank you so much. Bye.